see if our connection's stable this time. So we got the old, I'm going to get my coffee in here. How far can we go from our Bluetooth mother, the Mac Studio computer that I named Coyote? Oh, look, we're back. All right, so we got the coffee. Hashtag redemption for this one. I just did Gag Master challenge number 14, and it was less than, it sucked. So caveman, okay. And then we got perfume counter. I just had perfume counter. We got to do another one. All right. Wow, perfume counter twice in a row. Once more for the triple cherry win. Supermarket, caveman, supermarket. But I already had a supermarket last week, so we'll do airport, which I just got, and then prodigy. So super caveman, airport, prodigy. Okay. Gemma, you really messed me up last time. I'm using 18 inches by 12 inches for this one to try to make up for that abysmal computer paper rendering. So, all right, Gemma, let's do this. I know you want to bug my butt. Come on over. So we got caveman, airport, and prodigy. We're going to go 14 inches to give us the rectangle here. Gemma. What are you doing? My 11 by 17 Gag Master cartoons are actually 11 by 13. I finally measured one. So they're kind of, what's the word? Not abnormal, but atypical. They're an atypical size for cartoons. Gemma, you are a pest. Yes, you really are. You are a mess. She's messing me up anyway. Look at this tail. Look at this tail. Excuse me. So caveman, airports. Let's see here. Oh my God. It's total madness around here tonight. It sounds like Coyote or Cubby are trying to... I don't know if this is going to be redemption or not. This is a struggle. Some nights you can't draw. It's not even that I'm not necessarily in the mood. It's just I drew a couple. When I say drew, I spun a couple difficult Gag Master challenges here tonight. I remember in high school, my friend Mike Murray, he was like my number one biggest fan for artwork, for cartooning. I often wonder what he's up to these days. I think he got involved in real estate or something, and was doing pretty well last time I knew. But he'd be like, "Damn, Jameson, you could have done better than that." And I'd be like, "Yep." Oh, I slaughtered this one. Slaughtered it. to. Get over here. Yep, tonight was not a good night for drawing. I'm going to have to really redeem myself next time. My everything's off. Really disconcerting. And Gemma just, she's relentless. She won't give up. So I got to give her credit for persistence, right? hindsight truly is 2020. I mean, so many different things I could have done with this. I could have had the caveman in the inside the airport with monitors, like logging people in to the system, or I could have had the caveman as the pilot, which did actually cross my mind before I went. I mean, I generally take real snap decisions when it comes to these sort of comic I don't know what you'd call them, comic problems or comic situations. So I guess that would be an argument that somebody else could have against making snap decisions. Yeah, snap decisions. They're not what they're cracked up to be. What's up, Tigger? You're not here to sabotage, just Gemma. Just your friend Gemma. She's a real stinker. I moved the lettering up for the female so I could add an additional word, the word real. But once again, doing battle to squeeze the actual lettering into a really tight space and keep it legible. There's that great Frank Frazetta cover to one of the EC comics. I think it was something science fiction, weird science fiction, in which a warrior is wielding a club. And it has a real sense of motion because debris is like flying off the, the one end of it and whatnot. It's talked about quite often for its how unique it was at the time that it first came out, All right, you don't want to do too much, but So beyond just erasing a few lines here and adding a little bit of tone, I don't know what else more I could do to this one. Caveman Airport Prodigy. And man, I know I missed so many potentially funnier opportunities here, but I guess if I'm going to do a couple duds, I might as well do them back to back. And then I can say at least, well, something about the way the stars were in alignment or something. But I also didn't invest a god awful amount of time into either Gag Master challenge number 14 or 15. This is number 15. The one I did right before this, I drew a girl on a ladder hanging wallpaper in a department store using shoes, because that was the abstract criteria for that particular Gag Master challenge, was to have an item involved that was not, it was a commonplace item used for an unconventional task or something to that effect. But in this one, the missed opportunity would be along the lines of, there were so many other funny things I could have. I think the key word for this one wasn't caveman or airport. It was prodigy, right? So I was trying to think, well, how do you illustrate in a single panel that someone or something is a prodigy? And then these two characters, of course, discussing, oh, well, you know, the one guy's just appalled that there's a caveman on the grounds crew. And I've always said for years that I'm not necessarily afraid of flying. It's just something that I don't care to do. And the reason I don't care to fly is I want to meet the captain. I want to make sure he has a shot and at least half of a Pilsner or beer before he gets behind the wheel. And I want to meet the grounds crew, because these are the guys, men and women, who make sure that that airplane isn't going to drop out of the sky. I mean, so many airplanes these days are still in use that should have been retired 10, 15 years ago. You know, it's the same way that trailers, single wides and double wide trailers, they were not meant to be lived in for 20 to 30 years. And yet that doesn't stop people. And I hesitate to use the word trailer trash, because I myself lived in exclusively in trailers and motorhomes for 15 years on an island. So I know exactly what that lifestyle's about, unfortunately. And it's got absolutely nothing to do with the caliber of your brain, or, you know, although that might be considered debatable. So yeah, if I'm gonna get on an airplane, I want to meet all the key players, who's involved. You know, has the airplane itself been herky-jerky lately? You know, any hiccups, any engine sputters, any known diagnostic errors, this kind of thing. And then also to get a sense of, yeah, who is this person? Who is the captain as a person? Are they somebody I can trust? I know they're highly paid and a professional in their field, and they've already been flying for X number of years. But what if the guy or the man or woman is like suddenly suicidal? You know, they had a bad week, or their own personal life got to the point where they're like, you know what, I have no control over anything, and I hate my life, and I hate the people I'm involved with, and the only control I have over anything is what I'm going to do with this airplane. I'm going to jackknife it right into a mountain, and then there goes 80 to 120 people right along with it. Through that, man. And I know driving is supposed to be way more dangerous, but at least I can sit behind the wheel and be held accountable for my own skills or lack thereof. It's the other people on the road that keep my head on a perpetual swivel, I'm probably a little bit over the half-hour mark. It feels like I've been doing this at least a half an hour. My shortest one ever was the one I did right before this, which was at like 24 minutes. I went straight in ink. No pencil, or pencil. So, what do we got here? We got Caveman, Airport, Prodigy. And since it's so difficult to show what a prodigy is, I was left with no real choice except to have it as exposition. There we go. Caveman, Airport, Prodigy. Is that a caveman working ground crew? Yeah, but I hear he's a real prodigy. And then you see here the unused tools: hammer, wrench, screwdriver, in his club, in his cheetah pattern outfit. And that concludes Gag Master challenge number 15.